talking about you never would have tried to apply for that new position if you hadn't got so uncomfortable where you were. Was pressure that pushed you into where God said you were supposed to be. It's the kind of thing that you never would have dreamed that you would be doing whatever you're doing now, but the only reason you're doing it is because doors got shut in your face. And so you decided that rather than continue to put yourself in position for people to say no to you, you created an avenue where God said yes. Pressure got you promoted.
All right.
If you don't believe me, then allow me to submit to you that I don't care how you feel about it, but popcorn in its hard kernel state is not the popcorn that you and I need to be eating.
Amen. Amen.
You can buy a bag of popcorn kernels in the grocery store. You can buy a microwave popcorn, and that which is in that bag, it is not what you need to eat.
Amen.
I'm going somewhere. But you get it home and you heat up some oil, and if you're cooking it on the stove top, because I remember when we didn't have microwaves and we had to cook popcorn in a pot on the stove, and you got to make sure somebody watching it now. Don't you let it burn up, because it'll stick, it'll burn. But you got to have the right amount of oil, you got to have the right amount of heat, and then if you put those hard kernels in this hot oil, at the appointed time, it's going to pop up and become that which is a treat that you were looking for. But it doesn't become that without pressure. Come on. You got to heat up these kernels. You gotta shake it. Y'all know about Jiffy Pop. You stand there all day with that little one that go, and you shake and you shake and you shake, and you don't care that your arm hurt. You don't care that your shoulder hurt. But you know if you don't keep shaking, what's going to happen? It's going to stick to the bottom. So you got to keep shaking it. And so there's pressure called heat that's applied to this pan. And then there's the pressure of it being shaken and stirred. There's the pressure of it being moved around and jostled. But no matter how much you do that, you ain't. Come on. Because you know at the appointed time, when the kernels stop, anywhere between 10 and 7 seconds. Yeah. You got to get this thing down to a science. You take it off. And watch what happens when you take it off. Even when you take it off the heat. If there's some kernels in there that was almost there, what they do? Can I help somebody in here today? You frustrated and you're angry with God about the pressure in your life, but what you don't realize is like these popcorn kernels that I'm trying to talk to you about. The only thing that's happening is the Holy Ghost is shaking you on the fire. The Holy Ghost is stirring you on the fire. He says you don't look like what I need you to look like yet. You're not where I need you to be yet. You don't display my power like I need you to display it yet. So I'm gonna keep you right here. But because I'm God, I'm gonna take you off. I'm going to take you off just in time. I'm not going to burn you up. I'm not going to destroy you. I'm not going to wipe you out. I'm not going to let it defeat you. I'm not going to let it destroy you. But I'm going to take it off. And when they open you up, they're going to see the essence of what was all down on the inside of you the whole time. You couldn't see it because you were frustrated. I'm trying to tell somebody today, you need to stop being frustrated with God and turn your pressure into praise.
Thank you, Lord.
With the right amount of pressure. I don't know how you feel about coffee in the morning, but I've grown to love me a cup. Grown to love me a cup of coffee in the morning. But what I know is that you can't take coffee and put it in cold water and think that it's going to work out. It's got to endure a process of being steamed. It's got to endure a process of being heated up. And so when you heat it up, then what you get is that which you desired, that which you couldn't wait for. And so it is with the world right now. All of us in here that's under some amount of pressure. The world is watching us in our state of pressure. And they're saying, I hope you come through. Because as you come through, there's going to be hope for me that I can come through. I hope you make it out, because there's going to be hope for me that I too can make it out. But I'm trying to tell you, when you make up your mind that you're going to obey God and trust God, you don't have to understand God. I wish we would stop creating these social clubs and these meet and greets where everybody coming around and we trying to find the answer that only God has. What God has required of us is that we trust Him. trust my process for your life. I'm God and I know all things. So you don't need a support group to help you figure out the answers.
That's right.
It's in God. So here's some little points that I need to make before we conclude and close out with these verses here. First point I need to make to you, and if you're taking notes, you really need to write this because it's going to help you. First thing you need to do is learn how to take control of the situation.
Yeah.
And when I say take control of the situation, you need to make sure you're clear as to what it is you can do. When we say take control of the situation, what the Lord wants you to know today, that if you're experiencing any frame, any form, any amount of pressure, you can't do anything about those elements that are outside of your control. What you got to do is look within you and make up your mind that there's some things that you can do to make your situation better. You can't control the decision of the people around you. You can't control the attitude of the people around you. You can't control the elements that come against you. You can't control the family that you come out of. You can't control the color of your skin. You can't control your social economic status until you get a breakthrough. You got to be faithful with where you are right here. So those are things you cannot control, but what you can control. If you desire to increase financially, you obey the principle of God that says bring the tithe into the storehouse, that there may be meat in my house, and prove me that I'll open the windows and pour you out a blessing you don't have room to receive. That's what is within your control. What else can you control? You might not be able to control when the job is going to come through for you, but what you can control is being the best employee on this level until your breakthrough comes. You don't realize that even if you don't get the call, you still being interviewed.
That's right.
All right.
People don't realize this, but interviews for jobs begin when you get out of your car. I'm trying to help somebody. The interview begins when you get out of your car. If an organization happens to be near a window and can see the parking lot, somebody is watching you and they saw you get out of your car on your phone. They saw all of that. You're being interviewed from the time you pull up on that parking lot. They watch everything you do. They watch the way you walk into the building. They watch how you assert yourself to go and ask for whatever it is you need when you get wherever you're going. I'm trying to help somebody.
All right.
They watch how you carry yourself. They look at what you got on before you get in the building. A lot of those things, and you think to yourself, but that's not fair. They're judging the book by its cover. Well, the reality is that's all a part of the process, and I'm trying to help you.
Amen.
So take control of the things you can control. Watch what else you can control. You can safeguard. You control the measures that you put in place to safeguard your peace.
Amen.
How many of us have been to a place where we've lost our peace?
Yes.
How many of us see how unfruitful and unsuccessful it is for us to have a tantrum about it?
Yes.
The only person that can give you your peace, the only person that can get you back together is God. But the only thing standing between you and that thing that God is going to give to you is you. Take control over how you safeguard your peace. Y'all got number one, take control. Number two, look back. Look back? Where? Look back over how you handled it the last time. Look back over how you got through it the last time. Look back over what steps you took the last time. Look back over who you talked to, who you collaborated with, who you reached out to the last time. And when I say look back, I'm not necessarily telling you to recreate what you did the last time. Sometimes you need to look back and make sure you don't do that again.
That's right. That's
Because
right.
a lot of us trying to recreate whatever it was we did the last time, but we keep consulting with the same people that's not getting us anywhere. Sometimes you got to look back and say, you know what? I'm in a storm right now, but what I do know is that I don't need to call her again. What I do know is I don't need to talk to him again, because every time I call and talk to them, all they do is make me feel worse off than how I felt before I called. So let me look back and see who I don't need to call this time. Let me look back and see who I don't need to ask to pray for me this time. Let me look back and see who I don't need to ask to come through for me this time. I'm going to look back and see what mistakes I made.
That's good. That's good.
But then there are those times you get to look back and see how you were successful, because you did connect with the right people. You did pray with the right people. You did communicate with the right people, and therefore the Lord brought you through. So look back. Take control. Look back. Finally, you got to learn how to talk to somebody. I can't help it. Y'all, these are strategies I use with my students every day. I thought y'all need to hear it. Talk to somebody. What does that mean? You might find that when you start talking about the storm, as it's coming out of your mouth, you might find it really is not a storm at all. Anybody ever, y'all, come on, be real with yourself. Anybody ever been here where you're talking about something somebody has done to you, but then when you go to talk about what they did, it sounds crazy coming out of your mouth? And you think to yourself, but I was really bad. And as you say it now, you realize, I'll let this thing get the best of me. I'll let this thing overtake me. So you might find that what you're calling a real issue has only been magnified by you allowing yourself to shift out of the here and now into the world of what else that you can't even say you won't get to.
Amen.
It's the kind of thing where you got trouble today. Here comes help today.